Oh yeah. This transmission mount is shot. I'm not sure how long it's been on here, but it's really bad.
Hello and welcome back to the Bad Ideas Garage. So I wanted to give a little bit of an update on the cheap Mercedes CL600 and what it's like after now over a year of daily driving it. So a couple of things that we've done to this rig now that we've owned it. Number one, I put S550 wheels on it because what it came with was a bunch of chrome wheels, and well, like all chrome wheels, they started to leak. They were pretty awful. They weren't entirely round because they were 20 inches and they just didn't work very well. So the 550 rims actually have pretty perfect offsets and have been a really great wheel for this car, and shot in some nice Continental tires. This car rides really nicely. The other thing, so this car when I bought it had a hood that had been badly repainted, would be kind of the word for it. It was clear that it had been repainted badly at some point in the past. The clear coat had started to fail, and at one point I put a big sticker on it. You can actually see it up there on the wall. I will pan back around to it. But now I put a new hood onto it, found it for 200 bucks in the same color. It's a perfect match because it's OEM paint. It matches the rest of the car. No dings, hardly any scratches, and perfect clear coat. Really improved the look of the vehicle, and for, again, not a huge amount of money. But today we're going to do something different. And I think what we're going to look at today is the transmission mount. These are a real common failure point on any Mercedes from this era. Here's what a new one looks like. They're pretty beefy. You can see there's a fair amount of flex in them. What happens over time is these start to fail internally, and what happens is it's going to squish on down. This car, it rides really nice. But as you accelerate and decelerate, especially around 30 to 40 miles an hour and you load up the transmission, you can feel some vibration. And I'm pretty sure it's coming from here. Hopefully it's coming from here, because otherwise we gotta do engine mounts. And engine mounts on these cars they're much, much worse. This is better. So we're gonna put it up in the air and we're gonna take a look.
Okay, so we got it up in the air and oh yeah, this transmission mount is shot. I'm not sure how long it's been on here, but it's really bad. Come take a look at this. Come pan around here. Let me show you. Notice how far down this is sitting compared to the new one. It's pretty dramatic. I expect when we pull this out, there's a good chance this will be either really squishy or potentially one side might actually be broken off. So yeah, next thing to do is to actually jack up the transmission a little bit, unload this thing, and we'll begin the process of swapping it up. Got our handy dandy hoist in place now. Transmission is up. We should now be able to take out all the bolts without the transmission falling back down on us and wedging itself against the frame. Well, let's continue. Okay, so that now we've got the two top ones out. Oh man, this thing has no support. Look how squishy this is. Come take a look. There's not much holding this in position. It is just squishy. I mean, like I am putting almost no force on it. Yeah, that's pretty useless. All right, now let's do the two bottom bolts. Get those knocked loose. And that gets our used transmission mount out. And this is one of those jobs, right? It's not very difficult to do, right? 4 bolts holds this thing in there. This one is greasy and nasty and awful. But you can see, this is a job that would cost you easily many hundreds of dollars at a shop. The part's $30. And for a lot of these type of vibrations, it's just so easy to do it. Even if you want to do this on ramps, this wouldn't be such a bad job. Okay, so I showed you the new one earlier, but let's really take a look at it. Let me show you the difference. This is the old motor mount, and I found the date code on it. It's a 2017. This motor mount is not that old, probably doesn't actually have that much mileage on it, but take a look at the difference. Look at how squished down this is. This one is totally shot, and it's only a few years old. This is one of those wear parts on Mercedes that just constantly fails. They're not that expensive, and it's well worth doing on your own, especially if you're feeling vibration in your shifter or vibration on acceleration and deceleration. Go ahead and do it. Put one of these in. It's not a hard part to do, and it can really make a difference in the ride quality. All right, let's put the new one in. Real straightforward. The only thing you got to worry about, there's a big ground strap right here. Take a look. make sure you put this actually bolted back up. So when you put it on there, make sure all the bolts actually line up and you ground it properly. Because this is a really big chunky ground strap. And my guess is, given how sensitive these cars' electrics are, if you didn't manage to ground this thing, there'd probably be repercussions. And that's it. It's now all bolted up. All we gotta do is take it off the jack here. It'll squish back down. Let's see how we did. Oh yeah, look at that difference. There's actually space between the bottom and the bracket. That should ride better, but we'll find out more in a second when we take it out for a drive.
Let's go for a drive.
Let's check it out.
Well, it feels way smoother for the last time that I was in it.
Yeah, it feels really good. No shaking here in the shifter at all. And it's nice and smooth on acceleration and deceleration. It's quarter pedal, by the way.
Yeah, I can't even with the gimbal, I can't hold this straight.
Good old this car. Alright folks, that's all for now on the cheapest Mercedes CL600. It's got a new tranny mount and it's running ever so much more smoothly. However, that doesn't mean the end of Bad Ideas Garage, because I have just bought a new project. It is a very greasy Mercedes R-Class, which is coming to you very soon. See y'all later, folks.